dokie. I'm just gonna wait until I see people in the chat. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat. So sorry for the one person watching. You're gonna watch me eat. See if we can get any more people in here. If you guys were here last week, you knew I was gonna do a live today because I mentioned it. Hey, regardless, it's just you and me. We're having dinner together. I kind of sprung this live up at the last minute, even though it wasn't. I did tell people I was going to do this last week, but I almost forgot. And so here I am. I'm having Chipotle. I'm currently sitting in a business parking lot here outside of Dallas. I got here last night. They're pretty cool people. They let me stay here a couple of nights, wait for them to open on Monday. They're going to load my trailer up so I can haul a bunch of stuff on the way to Houston. I should be leaving here maybe Tuesday. Okay, we got 5 people in here. Woohoo! We're on a fucking roller coaster. What's going on, Paul? I'm going to wait till I get at least 10 people in here before I talk about my topic points, which is what's going on with the motor, how much that's costing me, and my shower tile. I've had an issue with my shower tile, but we'll get into that. Am I excited for schooliepalooza? Yes. I'd be even more excited if I was for sure going. Oh, man. I hope I go. I mean, the way things are looking as far as the money I'm having to spend for this motor build and how many weeks I get. Well, I don't even know. Alyssa, can you tell me right now, when is schooliepalooza? Like the first official starting date for it? Because I don't even know. Oh, we got 8 people in here. Ooh. Oh, we lost somebody. I want to know who we lost. Hey, there's Jim Ross. We didn't lose him. He's in here. What's going on, Jim? Thanks, man. You know what, Jim? I just bought myself Chipotle, and it cost me $19. So that $20 bought my dinner tonight. Thank you. Much appreciated. I need, as bad as this sounds, I really hate, but talking about money. But every little bit of money I can get helps, especially with what I've been dealing with lately. Around the 15th? Okay. The later, the better, honestly, Alyssa, because that gives me that many more weeks to make money. Like, I already know once I have the new motor put in. All right, we're going to stop right there. We got 10 people. Nobody leave. We're going to start talking about my topics because I want to try to keep this live around 30 minutes. And the reason I want to specifically keep it under 30 minutes, I actually have a reason. She's one of my viewers. I hope she's watching. She probably doesn't even know I'm about to say this, so I hope she's watching. I believe her name's Annette, and she has a YouTube channel, and she's a van lifer. Annette Van Tees. She's actually premiering one of her videos at 5 o'clock. I just so happened to see it when I was about to upload this and do a redirect. I try to redirect her, but then I'd have to ask for permission. And, you know, that asking for permission takes time. She probably wouldn't even see my text on Instagram. So anyways, yeah, we're going to try to go to her premiere next. I'll see if I can leave a link for it or something. Anyways, all right, let's talk about the topics. We got 13 people. Yay. Thank you, Paul, for the $10. That'll buy my lunch tomorrow. All right, so if you guys were here or watched the video that I did last week, the live video, I talked about my van and the motor situation. And, oh, my God, it's just getting worse. Thankfully, that this work trip that I'm on the last leg of it. I'm back in Texas. So yeah, let's talk about that. The last live was last Sunday. I left Houston to New Braunfels that night, right after the live. So I went from Houston to New Braunfels, which, if you don't know where that's at, that's kind of near San Antonio. Slept there Sunday night after the live, left New Braunfels, San Antonio. Monday morning, made my drop and went to Dallas. And then I stayed in Dallas until Tuesday evening. Now keep track. Tuesday. Today is Sunday. I got back to Texas Saturday. So 4.5 days. 4.5 days I went through. I mean, we can consider Texas, but considering that I got to Dallas on Monday and I left Tuesday, we're not going to count Texas. So partial part of Texas to Shreveport, Louisiana, to a town, I forget the name of it, just south of Memphis in Mississippi. Not Mississippi. Yeah, it's Mississippi. To 2 towns near Nashville, Tennessee, all the way to the coast of North Carolina, down to Columbia, South Carolina, to Atlanta, Georgia, down to Camden, Alabama, back to Madison, Mississippi, back to Dallas, Texas in 4.5 days. If you type all that in Google, that's roughly, in Google time, 48 hours of driving I did. And that's like, so, it's a lot of driving. I'm exhausted, but I got back last night. I'm here. I'm stuck in Dallas until like Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. All right. So we did all that driving. I mentioned that because, again, if you guys were part of the live, I told you that after the moon landing, I went and did like a routine maintenance checkup on the van. I got the bad news. Hey, you need a new motor. And when they were telling me I needed a new motor, that my current one had about 20 to 30,000 miles left on it before having to put it back in the shop and spend thousands of dollars. Hence why they said, just get a new motor. Don't waste your money. And up until this trip, so I'm at like 16,000 miles since I've gotten the van back, and I can smell the oil. They told me that oils was leaking down into the spark plug. There's probably a lot more to it than that. That's just the gist of it. And yeah, it's struggling. I can tell my motor sounds different. The van shakes different. So we're on the last leg. I'm stuck in this spot till, like I said, Tuesday. So not a lot of driving. I just might go into town, get something to eat, come back. But then I'm going to be leaving from Dallas, heading to San Antonio, then Houston, then done. Drop off my van on the 11th, which brings us to the motor. Let me catch up some. All right, we got, Regretless. Be sending me money, girl. It's like, I feel like anytime Alyssa, or Regretless, her and I do stuff for one another, it's just like a battle. It's like, I'm going to treat you better than you treat me. So thank you. I appreciate it. Which leads me to, I was watching her video today. If y'all haven't seen it, which I'm sure y'all have, y'all are probably all there for her premiere. I purposefully slept in because I didn't sleep a lot, half the country in 4 days back. So I practically did the entire country in 4 days. Yeah, I watched her premiere when I woke up on the projector that she gave me for my birthday at bus fair in Oregon. The little Transformers. That thing rocks. I'm loving it. I've been watching it videos all day on the projector. So thank you, Alyssa. What's up, Travis? What's up, Ben? Hey, Donica. All right, back to the motor. So I bought the motor. My aunt, she helped me buy the motor, but I had to pay her back. So before I bought the motor, I was expecting to spend between $3,000 and $4,000. When I was ready to buy the motor, I had $3,000 saved up from the previous work trip. And the first motor I thought I was going to buy, turns out I just, at the last second, said no, because the warranty they were trying to give me was crap. And their reason for not giving me the good warranty, which was 5 years, unlimited miles, is because I wasn't getting the exact same motor. Because the motor I was getting didn't match the VIN number for the motor that came with the van. It's a 4.6 liter in this van. I want to get the 5.4. So they were trying to sell me I think like 3 month or 36,000-mile warranty. And I was like, screw that. So I dumped that company. I went to another company, Jasper Engines, and I didn't get quite as good as a warranty as I wanted to get, like a 5-year unlimited miles, but I did get a 3-year 100,000 miles. And the way I drive, that's good for at least a year, because I can do 100,000 miles in a year, easy. That's light work. So that's about as good as I can get. But the upside is, apples to apples, one company versus the other. I'm not just I have a tendency of interrupting myself a lot. The first company I was going to go with, the only thing I was going to get with that motor, the block, was spark plugs. This other motor I am getting everything new. The only thing that's not going to be on there is the manifold covers and the valve covers. Everything else head to toe in this engine is being replaced. So I'm getting a full new motor, basically. But because of the bigger motor, I also have to get a torque converter, so the compatibility between motor and transmission is on point. That's probably going to cost somewhere around $500 to $1,000 parts and labor. So I got to tack that onto my motor installment fees. I'm also going to get a new water pump. I might as well do that since they're pulling everything out, because this one's 12, 13 years old almost. So get a new water pump. And the wiring harness, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to replace the entire wiring harness or just a few connectors here and there, which is what I'm hoping for. So point of that is my labor cost, what I thought was going to be, the engine cost I thought was going to be between $3,000 and $4,000 was $2 shy of $6,000. $6,000 is what my new motor cost me. I paid half. My aunt paid the other half. Cut to this work trip, I'm paying her back the other $3,000. So the motor is paid off as far as my end goes. Well, I technically will pay her off tomorrow, Monday, when all that money from this trip lands in my bank account. But then cut to, manifold, valve, wiring harness, pump, water pump, torque converter. Oh, and I got to get a new catalytic converter because that went out before I got the bad news. And they're like, don't even change the catalytic converter until you get your new motor. So just deal with it. So I've been dealing with that. And that's going to cost anywhere, but probably around $1,000 parts and labor. So bring me to my point, sum up this motor situation, $6,000 for the motor and $4,000 to $5,000 on labor. And that's just labor. That's not including the cost of the parts for the manifold, the valve covers, water pump, catalytic converter, torque converter. Yeah. So, which brings me back to, if I can go to schoolie, Alyssa, if you're still listening, I need a lot of weeks of work between getting my van back from the mechanic and schooliepalooza. Because even though everything's essentially already paid for, because I have a relative helping me, I have to pay her back. I briefly touched on this in my last live. She wants me specifically to house/pet sit for her, because she knows that I will actually take care of the animals, more specifically the dog, and letting it outside and not letting it run away. It's a very small dog. Y'all have all seen her in my videos, Polly. She's the best dog, only on Sundays. The stipulation was, hey, please house pet sit for me and I will help you take care of your van, but you have to pay me back because I'm not going to pay you thousands and thousands of dollars to watch my house. That's ridiculous. So the timing just works out so I can get my van worked on while I'm house sitting. It's still, house sitting starts on the 9th. My motor comes in on the 11th. So the van will probably be in the shop a little longer than I'm house sitting. I'll house sit for to the 16th. So a full week. So yeah, I'll get my van back probably around the 20th, giving me at least one more week, a week and a half of work of December. And if what Alyssa says, the 15th is schooliepalooza, that gives me about, counting December and January, not counting the time it takes to get to schoolie from Texas, I got about 2, maybe 3 weeks of work I can do, and I know 2 of those weeks is gonna be paying for the labor and other parts. So I'm gonna have 1 week of work where I have money where I can go and travel and hang out with my friends. So it's like crunch time. And my friends know this better than anyone. Every time there's an event and Bart comes around, I'm like, God, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've been working. As soon as this event's over, I gotta leave. I, and I just had a conversation with Alyssa last week saying that, oh yeah, school is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna hang out afterwards. Now I don't know if I can do that. This is my life. Oh, I'm stressed. All right, guys. That was a lot. All right, what time is it? All right, we still got like 15 minutes. I do deserve a rest. Don't sleep on renting a U-Haul. Oh man, no. I will totally sleep on renting a U-Haul. I mean, there's no point in rent. That's actually going to cost me more, Van, if you think about it, because I still have to pay for the gas. I still have to pay for a plane ticket. To my van's going to be fixed. You think I'm going to spend $12,000 on getting my van fixed and not make the drive? Besides, I need that gravity blanket if I rent a U-Haul so I don't freeze my butt off at night. There's no way I'm going to be able to pack that in a suitcase on a plane ride. Just but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. All right, let's cut to. All right, so as we all know, I'm a first-time builder. And I'm going to make, and I have made a lot of mistakes on the van, but I've cleverly hidden most of them. One of them, I could not hide. I'm going to see if I can move the laptop and show you some of this. But, all right, so before I show you, when I was doing my floor, I was considering my height, being able to stand up, the overall height that I had, the spray foam and what that's going to add and where I'm going to lose inches. So the floor is where I skimped out and cheaped out a lot and not, I guess, doing it proper as far as the layers when building a floor. Point is my subfloor is 1/8 inch. Let that sink in and just slam your head on the desk. I know it's stupid, but I didn't want to have that thick of a floor because then I'd be doing this when standing up. So now having that thin of a floor, I only have to do this and not this. Cut to the subfloor and the shower tile. Water got underneath the damn tile, folks, and it's gotten to the wood. The wood was not thick enough. I even waterproofed the shit. Pardon my French. The floor is bowing up. Let me see if I can show you. You see that? That's not good. So yeah, my floor is coming up. And not to mention the shower tile, even though I like it, I was expecting these patterns, these octagon patterns, to be bigger, almost the size of this here, where my finger's tracing. I was expecting one of these to be that size, but I couldn't find any at the time that size. So I think after schooliepalooza, it's going to be painful, but I'm going to tear out the section of the shower floor and redo it. I'm currently looking into shower pans that I can hide with new tile, because I've seen that they have shower tiles that are about 1 inch depth, but that's still too much. I'm going to potentially go to the guy who built my water tank and see if I can get him to make me a shower pan that's about that deep, just like that, and go from there. because I mean, I don't need that deep of a shower pan. I just need the pan to more or less redirect the water outwards. And so if I'm going to see if I can get a shower pan where the front lip by the what would be the front lip by the door is open, so the water can just go right out the steps. Because I don't give a damn if my steps get water under, like behind the tiles, or and all that jazz, and starts warping. It's high traffic, but I don't want my main floor to start warping. And you know, you live and you learn. And so if I do get the shower pan, or if I don't, regardless, I took some photos. I'm gonna get your opinion. Same pattern, octagon pattern, but much larger. So each little shape is covering more floor, so it can handle more traffic. Because I think that's another reason it's warping, is all the traffic in and out of this door right there had more grout than tile, and over time it loosened up the grout, and that's where the water got up underneath it and warped the wood. So here is my first option. I know this is not the best example, but it's like, I mean, hell, take the QR code, or not the QR code, my bad. Or yeah, there is a QR code. Check it out. But look at the SKU number for Home Depot and look it up, and you can see the actual color. It's like a matte gray color. That's the first option. The second option is going to keep it white with grays in it. And then the third option is completely left field. We're going to go with rectangular stone. But that's going to cost me about double. Yeah. And that's like a mix of gray and black. I don't know. You got 3 options. Oh, wow. That's sun. Okay. No, Jim, life never runs smooth, especially for me, but I'm used to it. I can handle it. I've dealt with a lot worse in my life when I was a lot younger. There's not anything that could shake me. It just stresses me out, because I'm like, enough is enough is enough, but whatever, you know. Somebody, I can't remember who said this, an old ancient philosopher, probably from thousands of years ago, but he hears a faint whisper in the wind saying a storm is coming, and he just whispers back into the wind, I am the storm. That's how I feel. The Schulerter system. I'm sorry, I'm Grumpy Mike. I'm just a dumb redneck from the country. I can't really pronounce words. Schulerter Curter system. I'll look it up. I'm going to screenshot that so I don't forget. Okay. Yeah, option 3 would be more durable if you're talking about the rectangular tile, Donica. I wouldn't have to. It'd be definitely a lot less grout, and I wouldn't have to. If y'all remember my shower tile, the octagon shapes, I actually cut in grooves of the fake wood tile to match it. So if I went with the rectangle, I can just do straight cuts on that tile, because I'm still going to have to cut that. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Okay, so like here, you see how the tile is cut to go with this? Yeah. That's something I'm going to have to deal with too. And option 3 definitely would hide the dirt better. I don't care about the dirt, Donica. I mean, have you seen the outside of this van? It was built to get dirty. Yeah, it would be nice to have the inside a little clean, but I don't care. All right, what are we at? All right, we got about 6 minutes. So that was pretty much it for me, what I wanted to update you. Oh, I guess I could try to wrap this up. All right. So, what's to come for the channel? How many videos? You guys, I know it's my fault, have gotten very used to seeing me put up a video every Sunday for almost the last 2 years leading up to moon landing. I might have missed a week or two here or there along the way, but I've been pretty much consistent. That's changing. I do have quite a few more videos to make about the van, as far as like little projects with the shower floor and other stuff and finishing it out. I still want to do a van tour. Um, so I guess my point is, once the van tour goes up, y'all can probably expect to only see one video a month from me, with the occasional 2 videos a month. Because I want to put a lot more effort in the quality of what I'm shooting and edit and how I edit it than just pumping out stuff every week. My OCD just always gets the better of me. Alyssa, if you're still here, you can attest to this. She's always complimenting me on my videos, and I'm like, I freaking hated that video. I have very few videos that I actually enjoy of mine watching. I'm my own worst critic, but that's my point. I'm going to have fewer videos coming out in the next year, but better quality. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it and stick along for the ride. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the supers. I'm definitely going to eat this week. And I will probably, I'm going to try to get Vegan Hunter done for you guys. All right. All right. When I got about 2-3 more days on the road before I go to house sit, and I have nothing else to do. So we're going to do it. If I can get it done, I'll see if I can get it uploaded on Christmas Eve, the 24th. And so that'll probably be the next video you guys see from me. After that, I might have one video of the van build put up. But then after that, I'm going to try to make it to Schoolie. So after Vegan Hunter, if there's not another van video, like as far as projects, the next video will probably be Schoolie. But yep, that's it. All right. Oh, let me do this. Hold on. Let's go watch this girl's videos. Let me pull her up real quick. I'm going to drop the link for y'all. Hopefully y'all can still see me. Okay, here we go. Her premiere is going up right now. So yeah, let's go check that out, and peace.